Turn down the lights. It's Saturday night. This is Cup of Joe After Dark. Here is your host, Joel Villafana!
Wow. Good night. This is the world premiere of Cup of Joe After Dark. That's right. Believe it or not, guys, tonight we are in full experiment mode. Your favorite daytime show decided bravely to take on late night TV. Why Cup of Joe After Dark? What is Cup of Joe After Dark? It's all about sex, baby. Sex, and more sex. Put those kids away. Come on. What do I know about sex? I know very little about sex. This show can't be about sex. The same fun, the same food, the same friends, and the music mansion and the band here tonight. I want to thank Enrico and the boys for being here tonight. They're going to entertain us with live music throughout the night. This is Cup of Joe After Dark. Here's a little peek inside what's coming up on the show.
Here's what's coming up inside the cup. Courtesy Hypermalt.
Enrico Di Gittarman is our celebrity taster. Check out how Chef Cheryl turns plain old white bread into a sweet surprise. Enrico, you ever roll your bread?
Never.
You never roll your bread. Tyrone is feeling fruity inside happy hour.
I know you don't want to pick them thing off the tree before you leave to come down.
And the incredible Myron B has the latest bacchanal inside Extempo News. So just because I can't wait, let's get this show started. Here's Rico the Gittarman and his music mansion.
Good night. I want to say a pleasant good night. We here tonight, Cup of Joe's After Dark. I'm gonna do something live for you. Bust it. Here we gon' Rico. Hey, I'm going in. Yeah, check it out. This here's on the ice cold. Michelle fight for that bike go. This here for them hood girls, shake good girls, shake masterpieces. Styling, wildin', living it up in the city. They got tucks on, these Saint Laurent. Gotta kiss myself too pretty. Too hot, damn. I got police and a fireman. I'm too hot. I got a drink, I wanna retire, man. I'm too hot. Say my name, you know who I am. Too hot. Cause I'm mad about that money. It's like girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. It's uptown funk, gon' give it to you. It's uptown funk, gon' give it to you. It's uptown funk, gon' give it to you. Saturday night we get the spot. Don't believe it, just fine. Hey, oh yeah. Hey, just watch. Hey, oh yeah. Don't believe it, just watch. 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 Hey, oh, stop. Wait a minute. In my cup, put some liquor in it. Take a sip, sign the check. Julio, get the stretch. It's like Harlem, Hollywood, Jackson, Mississippi. When we come through, we gon' show off. Smoother than the fish. Too hot, damn. I got the police and a fireman. I'm too hot. Make a drink, I wanna retire, man. I'm too hot. Say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot. Cause I'm mad about that money. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. It's uptown funk, gon' give it to you. It's uptown funk, gon' give it to you. It's uptown funk, gon' give it to you. Saturday night.
Live those moments with Hypermalt, a refreshing non-alcoholic malt beverage packed with proteins, minerals, and vitamins. Hypermalt, your moments.
All right, we are back, and it's time to just share a cup with my special celebrity taster tonight. You saw him perform at the beginning. He will be with us throughout the entire show. His name is Enrico Di Gittarman Camejo.
Good night. How are you going?
Well, thank you very much for being here, and for the entire band for being here tonight.
Yes, my music mansion. They are so glad to be here. We really, relish this opportunity to perform Cup of Joe after dark.
You've been Di Gittarman for so many years with so many big bands.
Yes.
But now, Enrico, I'm seeing the music mansion taking up a life of its own.
Yes, and it's amazing. The music mansion, just as a mansion has many rooms, the music mansion has many musical services within. But tonight, I want to focus not necessarily on my music classes and the guitar workshop or the artist dojo or different things. I want to focus on the band, the music mansion. It's really a session band. Mm-hmm. So I have 70 plus musicians that I have worked with over the course of my career, over my 2 decades and some. Mm-hmm. And I'm happy to call on any one of them to put together a special session band for whatever event there may be. Birthday, wedding, anniversary, cocktail party, 80th
Cup of Joe
after that. For this, and I have a special crew of well, you would have seen them perform, right? For this particular After Dark edition, I wanted some of the best performers. So, I mean, Preston has been in the he's been in the industry for over 15 years, performing. He performed with me in Chester and you, with the A-Team and so forth.
So the Music Mansion really is, as I said, you working with all the musicians that you would have worked with over the years and pulling them together for different gigs at different times.
That's it.
Wow.
So the common denominator is myself, Enrico Di
Gittarman,
right? But you see a different bassman, a different keyboardist. And then, you choose certain people that suit certain jobs.
Right.
So, of course, in the music mansion, you can have a choir. So if you have a wedding and you just want a nice musical ensemble for the ceremony, as opposed to the reception, you can get that.
Everything in the mansion.
Everything is in the mansion. Everything and everyone.
Everything in the mansion. I want to quickly, before I whip up your first dish, because I asked you to come hungry.
And so I have.
And I promised that you will leave happy. Right? I asked you, come hungry, you will leave happy.
I think I'm happy already.
But before, I must talk about your kids.
Oh gosh.
Because I've had a couple of them on the show.
Yes.
And you must
Sergio
be a proud,
and Stefan,
and so, you must be a proud daddy. Everybody sort of followed in your musical footsteps.
This year, Stefan won his 5th National School Sokomona title.
Wow. Yeah.
It was his first at secondary school level. So of course he is happy to make St. Francis Boys College very proud.
But you must be proud of it.
I am very proud of all of them. My daughter, that lone Calypso Monarch, that prestigious title, all the different titles, over 13 titles between the 3 of them.
Yeah, you couldn't sing?
Not at all. If you want rain, let's drink to that.
Let's drink to that.
Let's drink a hypermalt to that.
We share a cup courtesy hypermalt and Enrico. I am going straight in to whipping up the very first dish. Courtesy the folks at Great Foods. I am going to do a late night snack that you can simply try at home right now, because all these ingredients I'm sure people have in their cupboards right now.
Oh yes.
It's what we're calling a simple pasta salami salad.
Oh, that's great.
I am using the Great Foods salami logs.
Yes.
Now, there's a reason I really like these logs. The reason I like these logs is because, normally the salami and the pepperoni, it comes sliced as well.
Yes, it does.
But with this, I can determine how I want my slice.
Yes.
How thick I want my slice. Or I might want it like this, Enrico.
Yes.
I might do that, and do that, and do that, and then I can just simply do that,
Yes.
and do that, and I could get some nice squares like that, yeah?
Yes.
You catching me?
You could design your.
I could do what I want with this. So what I'm doing with this now, I am just going to get this quickly on a very nice heat.
Yes.
Quickly just get it tossed up in a little bit of olive oil.
Yes.
So you get a nice little crust on it. So I'm going to get that in there. And yeah, so this is the salami. And I have become a very big fan of the grapefruit salami. It's some lovely tasting salami.
Yes.
You can try this one at home. This is a very simple recipe. You know,
We use this at home. Yes. Yes,
very simple. So while I have that going there, I am going to pull together my vinaigrette. So normally when we do pasta salad, sometimes we use a mayonnaise base.
Yes.
I am using a vinaigrette.
Interesting.
It's late in the night, so watching the calories. Mayonnaise could be
All right.
a little fatty.
Let me see how this goes. Let's see.
So I'm going to use a vinaigrette tonight. So I'm putting together a vinaigrette. I have some balsamic vinegar here. That I just about a quarter cup that I'm going to put in there.
Wow.
To that.
It's the color of the night.
After dark, baby. After dark. People thought this show was about sex. What do I know about sex?
I am in no position to answer that question. None at all.
Let's stick to the late night snacks. Fancy great foods. Olive oil. So I have olive oil and I have some balsamic vinegar. About a 3/4 cup of olive oil and the vinegar. To that, I just want to quickly salt and pepper.
Good. Okay.
Now, not too much salt and pepper because to this vinaigrette, I am going to add about a tablespoon of Parmesan cheese. Parmesan cheese has a little salty content in it, so I just want to add some Parmesan cheese.
Right.
When I saw this recipe, I said I liked it because I love Parmesan cheese, and I said a vinaigrette with Parmesan cheese. Some oregano going in there. And finally, as I whip this together, I'm going to add, what I have here is simply some parsley and some shadow benny. Chopped up. You can use any of the herbs you had. These are the herbs that I had, and I'm using that. So I'm adding that.
I love a shadow benny.
Adding that to it.
Abandania.
And this all just comes together
in
one lovely vinaigrette. I just feel the need for more cheese. More Parmesan cheese.
Yeah, well.
More Parmesan cheese.
Let's start things off.
Mix this up together. And take a smell there. Yeah? Yeah.
That actually works. I didn't believe you, but it works. It works.
So my grapefruit salami is working its way there.
Yes.
I have my bow tie pasta. What I want to do. Have you ever seen these small tomatoes?
Yes, of course.
And sometimes you look at it and you say, oh, them kind of chunky tomatoes.
I should just straight in my mouth.
Yeah. But sometimes we leave it. And then you know what we do? We go and buy the fancy foreign cherry tomatoes. Cherry tomatoes, the little cherry tomatoes.
Yeah.
When I saw these, I say, hey, support the farmers. The local farmers.
This is local.
It's almost like a cherry tomato.
It's great.
So I said,
perfect.
For this recipe, I will just use the local tomatoes.
Yes.
Support the local farmers. So I really just want a few tomatoes just chopped up. And this is a perfect size because I want nice bite-sized tomato pieces kind of thing, right? So I just gonna chop this in a quick, nice little, nothing too fancy, just like that.
Nice, yeah, nice size for tonight.
Right, nice size for the salad. That goes there, and it's time to build my salad. Boom. I have my pasta here. I'm gonna add some of the pasta, just about half, Rico. You do pasta salad?
My daughter.
She likes pasta salad?
She loves
the pasta salad.
Yes.
Here I have some mozzarella cheese.
Okay.
Great. Cubed mozzarella cheese. I just love mozzarella cheese. You could also, because mozzarella cheese, anything you put into mozzarella cheese, it just absorbs the flavor. But you can use a sharper cheese. You could use a sharper Asiago. There are a couple of fancy cheeses out there that the chefs will tell you that you can use here as well.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. You're going to meet a couple chefs tonight as the show goes along.
Oh, wonderful.
Right? I have some sweet peppers.
I will have space for them.
Green sweet peppers that goes in there. I'm going to add my tomatoes one time.
Great.
Color, green, red. Color is popping. This year, do you eat olives?
Of course.
Very good. I was hoping you said that.
The only thing I don't eat is flit.
Is what?
Flit.
Right. I'm adding.
Yes.
I'm adding some olives as well to that. So you see the colors coming through nicely
That's
here.
it, because you eat with your eyes.
You eat with your
first.
eyes. You eat with your eyes, and then my secret ingredients. My Great Foods salami chunks that I just literally put on some olive oil and sauteed for just a couple minutes, and I get that mixed in there. I want to see the chunks.
Interesting.
I want to bite the chunks, bite the tomato. I want to be. So it's a chunky pasta salami salad.
You want all the flavors to mix in
That's right,
together.
that's right. So as I get this here now, simply all
I
I
was
have
just
to say
about to
now,
ask, when is the vinaigrette going
the
in?
vinaigrette is going in last. Now ideally, you could probably make this vinaigrette and put it down overnight, because the flavors of the vinaigrette comes together the longer it sits.
It sits, right.
So you just toss some vinaigrette in there. Yeah, I'm tossing half, and I'm getting this mixed in there. For good measure, I like to do half-half. So I'm going to add some more pasta now, just based on what I'm seeing in my bowl. I'm adding some more pasta, and now I could probably add some more vinaigrette and just get it all mixed in there.
All right.
Toss it, mix
mouth
it.
is watering right now.
Yeah, get everything mixed in. So this is a pretty decent late night snack.
Sure.
Not hard to put together. Less than a couple minutes. Once you have your ingredients on hand, doesn't take long to prep. Smells great.
I'm sure.
Smells great. So I'm just clearing here, Enrico, because I want to plate up for you. You come here with your belly in your hand. So I have some arugula.
Yes.
I just want to place some arugula on your plate.
So you be my guest.
A plain chef here today for you.
Yeah,
I love to play with these recipes.
It's working well.
Yes. And all I want to do here now for you is take some of this pasta and get it on top there for you. So I want to make sure you have a little bit of everything. Some cheese, some tomatoes.
Oh, yes.
Make sure you have that Great Food salami chunks.
Some chunks, yes.
Yeah.
The olives and everything.
The olives. You got olives in there?
Yes.
You got olives in there?
Beautiful.
My brother. Sample up. Tell me what you think. Will you try this at home?
This is the test. This is a great food.
Late night snacks. My brother Enrico Camejo is in the building. He is my celebrity taster tonight. He has lots of food to taste. Don't eat up all that, you know.
No.
There's plenty food to eat. Come on the show, still, you know.
This is really good.
It's good? It's good? Plenty food still to come. Fun food friends, all here on A Cup of Joe After Dark. Come on back, TNT. We're rocking with Music Mansion and the band.
Boom.
Late night snacks. Courtesy Great Foods. The name says it all.
Sometimes you have a tendency to take on things that really have nothing at all to do with us. Like, oh my gosh, Donald Trump in power, my life is over. I mean, Trump in America. You from Enterprise. Like, I just don't feel Trump on you, Makiba.
This summer on 6, Cup of Joe takes over your Saturday night. Trust me, a surprise coming. Starting July 13th, turn down the lights. Join me at 11 for Cup of Joe After Dark.
You know, when we come big. You know, we don't do ordinary.
That's right. Live music, lots of laughs, drinks flowing, fun, food, and my celebrity friends. Your Saturday nights will never be the same. July 13th, 11 p.m. Put those kids away. It's time to play Cup of Joe After Dark, only on 6.
Nah, look at this place. Lucky I is a cleaning expert. And I have my own multi-purpose cleaner, Fellow Clean. It's a 2-in-1 cleaner. So it's not only cleaning, it's sanitizing and deodorizing everything. Yes, and with the long-lasting fragrance, it leaves the place smelling nice with lavender and pine. So try Fellow Clean. It's working good.
Fellow Clean, it's working good.
Good night. My name is Kevin Soyer. Since it's a new audience to me, I'll just introduce myself and get something all the way. I happen to be a person with a disability. I know some people, you wouldn't really know, some people don't notice. I have to tell them, can't really tell from the way how I might be sexy, so I have to let them know. You know, and what I always ask my audience is, please don't take it on. Please don't allow that to distract you. Sometimes you have a tendency to take on things that really have nothing at all to do with us. Like, oh my gosh, Donald Trump in power, my life is over. I mean, Trump in America. You from Enterprise. Like, I just don't feel Trump on you, Makiba. But you know, that's just how people are. Even though I have my disability, I'm still pretty independent. I do things for myself. I get around the house and do chores and stuff like that. Yes, I do. So no woman can make no style on me. I know how to do my chores and things like, for instance, today, you know, I got up and I have to make up the bed. I have to do the wares. I have to sweep. I have to mop. And 8 months from now, guess what? I have to do it again. I know that, you know, so I'm a pretty handy guy and stuff like that. That's a joke. I'm not dirty like that. They'll have flies and roaches and stuff, which I do have. Well, I had one roach. It was kind of big. It was pretty big. It was in the bathroom, well, in the toilet. I know it was big because when I opened the door instinctively, I said, sorry, I didn't know anybody was in here. And, you know, I yelled, I didn't see anything. And well, I heard him press the lock and shoots. So now I knock when I go in from now on. Being a person with a disability, I have just a few friends who have disabilities as well. I like to support them, go out to events and stuff. I have this one friend, he does spoken word. When I go to support him, it's a little bit problematic because, well, I use crutches, but Michael happens to be in a wheelchair. And when I'm going up with Michael, well, I go in the wheelchair too, so when we roll in. You know, so this one time I went to support him at a spoken word event, and he's performing on stage. I'm in the audience, just supporting. Spoken word goes great. Audience loves it. Round of applause. Event is over. I'm outside minding my business. One person passed. Good job. I say, nah. Next person passed. You were great. No. So I realize now these people think I am Michael. Now there's no resemblance beside the chair. Should I preface with this? Michael and I have nothing in common. Michael, short, little thicker, tattoo, mixed, curly hair, one leg. How will you ignore my two good up leg and take me for Michael? It was so offensive. And then it got worse than that because now they're coming up. Oh, just wanted to meet you and shake your hand. Want to meet my child, you know. Want to give you this token of appreciation. Want to give you this hamper. I'd be like, listen, that was not me. That was Christ through me. Give me my hamper and a man line up. Come now, one at a time. Take the picture quick. I have things to do. But that's how it is when I'm with friends. Dating is a whole other story because you could imagine now I'm walking with crutches, getting attention already as it is. With a date now, they're watching me like, oh, look at that, you have a little date and thing, that's so nice. Looking at the date like, so what's wrong with she? Because assuming now, because I have a disability, I must date within my species and marry within my species. And we go on and procreate within my species, of course. We go for the ultrasound. The doctor will say, if you look right there, you'll see a little wheel. Like that would expect. It don't work like that. It don't work. So one time we out to dinner. Unfortunately, this guy got a little bit excited. Ran up to us, you know, he's like, brother, so glad to see you doing your thing, man. That's nice, man. So what's your disability, young lady? Big mistake where she went off on him. The kind of thing she tell her, man, I can't even repeat that here. Because I don't know sign language, but it was like, oh, it was just like, you know, it was, she just went off. It was crazy. I had to tell her, like, calm down. Please, calm down. At least put on the bread. Don't talk with your handful, you could choke. Cup of Joe, you've been amazing. Thank you so much for having me. That's my time.
Live those moments with Hypermalt, a refreshing non-alcoholic malt beverage packed with proteins, minerals, and vitamins. Hypermalt, your moments.
What people do for money. What people do for money.
What time is it? It's happy hour, courtesy Solo Coconut Flavored Water. So I want to thank the folks at Solo Flavored Coconut Water for making this one possible. It's happy hour on Cup of Joe After Dark, and when I want drinks, I call Tyrone.
Joe, it's a pleasure to be here after dark.
After dark,
Yes.
after dark. When we come
We come big.
We come big.
Yeah, man. We know this.
Darren is going to mix up something using Solo flavored coconut water.
Yes.
What are you doing for us tonight, sir?
Okay, so I'm going to be doing something called a coconut tropical dream, right?
Go right
so
ahead.
I'm going to be starting here with
Coconut tropical
2
dream.
ounces of a delicious dark rum. So this cocktail, in essence, is a tiki style cocktail.
Tiki style?
Yes, definitely.
So,
Have you ever had a tiki style cocktail?
I've had a tiki.
You've had a tiki?
You've had a tiki? Hey, brother, if you're from Trinidad, you must have a tiki, yeah?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
All right, tiki boys.
Yes.
Yeah, all right.
Right, so this here is a cherry herring liqueur. It's found in some classical cocktails such as the Singapore Sling.
Right.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
The base of it is cherry, it's beautiful. All right. So here now, I have my base. I'm gonna be adding our Solo coconut water. All right.
So it's coconut flavored water. It's not actually coconut water.
No, it's flavored as well, but it's damn good. You
Alright,
know what I mean? It's
okay.
one of the best substitutes if you have.
Alright.
All right. So from here, I'm gonna be topping up with some crushed ice. And this is the fun part about tiki cocktails, you know. We're using actual crushed ice.
Alright.
And here now, this cocktail holds to our Trinidad very own Queen's Park Swizzle,
Right.
where we do our swizzle.
Our swizzle. You want me to
Right.
swizzle one for you?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Right? So we go in swizzling. Right, so this is just to mix the ingredients.
Right.
Right, let me
I-
just
you
add
know,
some more
swizzle.
ice.
Because I'm swizzling Carlo now. So I swizzle for a little while, you know. I swizzle for a little while.
Right.
So, yeah.
I know you love to cook on a Sunday. Sunday's your day just to get away and cook.
Carlo is my thing,
Yes.
swizzle. Yeah. I don't like blended Carlo, like swizzle Carlo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
With the old school swizzle stick.
Yeah, that's right. I don't do
Yeah.
the blended Carlo business.
Right, so Joe, here we have some pureed mangoes.
Right.
And in here I actually have Julie mango and our local favorite starch mango as well.
Starch. I love it. I
So
love
the-
a starch, you know.
Me too.
I love a
You know, the
starch.
war is
Best.
always between starch mango and Julie mango. So
Yeah.
whichever is your favorite, put the two, use one.
So you
right?
put the both of them in there?
I put it both
You put it both
with
of them.
some banana as well. So we have the banana inside here.
Right.
Right, so this is how we get in our tropical feel to this cocktail. And in here now, I actually have pineapple and orange mix. Right? So here by combining the flavors together, you know, it saves on having too many different ingredients, but you actually get the enjoyment of these tropical flavors. All right?
I can't wait.
So we have there. So from here now, I'm just gonna swizzle this. You know, the swizzle stick actually is made by the Bolele tree, right? It's found in Trinidad and it's found in some Caribbean islands as well, right? Martinique being one of them. But the history behind the tree is that the stick itself actually has a bit of seasoning, what we call it, or spicy notes, which lends to the cocktail as well, right? So in the early days, when you now pick the stick and you use it and you shave it, it would have lent flavor to the cocktail. So I'm just topping up with some nice crushed ice here.
That looks good.
That looks good, doesn't it?
Looks
Yeah?
really nice.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put a little cherry herring on top of this. All right. My garnish for this would be 2 pineapple leaves. All right. Gonna be adding here some fresh citrus.
Orange?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know you don't want to pick them thing off the tree before you leave to come down there.
Yeah, if the neighbor going out
If the
in
neighbor
time,
going out.
I'll time him. And I say, hey, I have something down by Joe. I could use 2 of them.
2 orange, yeah. 2
You know what I
orange,
mean?
yeah. No, you don't want that. No, you don't want like that.
All right, but the neighbor doesn't mind. When he has something to drink, he know who to check, right?
So it's a fair trade-off.
It's a fair trade-off.
Yeah. Orange will get drinks.
Yes,
yeah,
correct.
Yeah.
All right, Joe, so here we have our beautiful cocktail. It's called the coconut swizzle.
Coconut sizzle.
Yes. All
You
right?
doing straws? Which straws you doing?
Yeah, we're doing some
You
straws.
doing some straws?
Yeah, we do. No, we're not doing pink, right?
You're not doing pink.
Bad man don't use pink.
Bad man don't use
You understand? Bad man does use
Bad man don't use pink.
yellow,
Yellow.
right? So we could go with that.
Bad man.
Or we could go with blue.
Bad man
right?
does use yellow.
Yeah, so
Thank
this
you very
fun,
much, eh?
fun cocktail.
Brother,
The swizzle.
you eat, time to drink. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Guys, we're doing something on the show called Extempo News with Myron B. Here's Myron B.
A special good evening to everyone. It is me, your favorite Calypsonian, here to bring you some real insights and some views in this evening's Extempo News. First up, Israel confusion with the Venezuelan registration. Let's go down to the Oval and look and see the bacchanal happening here in TNT.
Well, Myron, we had no stress. Everything under control by the TTPS. The process was running smoothly and the day has been incident-free.
But officer, tell me no or yes, I hearing some news of a little protest.
Well, as far as my colleagues tell me, it's some old car that seems to be parked badly.
Who the hell you calling old car? My name is Rankin Tida, and it's the truth I come to expose. All them borders and them must close. Too much illegal things coming in, and I really don't like them seen. And when I done talk, hear what I say. All the please tell me, when we getting paid? Just the other day, we got the results of the SEA. Some students who were too good in class, for the first choice, they all pass. So right now, I wanna do it all. Let's go and take a little WhatsApp call. A young student, his name is Brandon. Tell me, how did he do in the examination?
Mommy, come and see. Look, they have me here on TV. Hi, sir. Yes, it's me. And I passed for my second choice in C. But you know what I didn't like? A little boy in my school named Mike. He didn't do good like me, but you know what they do? They put him in the first choice school before me.
Well, young man, it is a fact that is called the Concordat. Some people say that it should stay, but some people say it should go right away.
Oh, the thing went 20%. That happened long time. That not decent. I don't think it's fair to everyone, so it's best to scrap them examination.
Here in TNT, a lot of people going to be happy when they decriminalize marijuana. They say our lives will get better. Here to get his views in studio is somebody that you will know. I always call him Mr. Cool. His real name is Elias Abdul. For years in TNT, they're fighting against the THC. But in every first world nation, they're using it for medicine and recreation. That's why I'm glad that this AG passing this law in TNT. As soon as it's passed, I'll be the first one to start ramping up my cultivation. So, could you tell me please, do you grow your own trees? Well, of course I do, Myron B. Right in my house I have a little nursery. It's not legal yet, what you doing? Suppose the police them come knocking. Well, my friends, I will let them know, them trees are mine, it belong to Franco. have to let you know, right now it is time for me to go. Thanks for sharing your time with me as I gave you the news extemporaneously. Come back next week and you will see more bacchanal here in TNT. You go get all this, you go get reviews with Myron on the Extempo News.
A little bit of Extempo news from the man, the incredible Myron B there. Now, we're drinking, thanks to Tyrone. He gave us what he's calling...
it's a Caribbean coconut dream.
Yes, and don't worry, Enrico is not drunk. He's sounding a little slow, but he's not drunk because as we are dreaming, don't go to sleep just yet.
No, yes.
Because Chef Cheryl-Ann Shortt-Charles is in the building and she is preparing desserts after dark.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, I was placed with the challenge, folks, of doing something quick after dark. If you have nothing sweet at home and you want to sit down and watch Cup of Joe after dark, I came up with something that I think we all have in our home. Sliced bread.
No, we're not talking breakfast yet, eh, Chef?
No, of course not,
Right.
of course not.
Okay.
Peanut butter.
Of course.
Chocolate. We must have a little chocolate chip hidden somewhere. A little icing and sugar. So what I did, I cut the ends off, and this is not going to take any length of time.
So if you're sleepy, you can do it quick before you go to, quick snack, quick
Or you could be
dessert.
sleepy and you have to watch Cup of Joe after that.
Sorry, Chef.
So you have about 10 minutes before Cup of Joe starts.
Right.
And you say, oh shucks, I don't have anything to eat.
Yes. You need a snack.
You need a snack. Because it's sexy after dark. Right? Got a rolling pin. Roll it flat.
Enrico, you ever roll your bread?
Never.
You never roll your bread?
There's a first time for everything, you know.
That I understand.
First time for everything. First time for everything. I just cut the little pieces out because we want it to be a little squared.
Yes.
And I put some peanut butter on one half. I have oil here because we're going to fry it.
Wow. Sure, sir, you seeing this?
Yeah, we sure sis.
My daughter.
Your daughter.
Yes.
And we put some melted chocolate.
She loves doing these things.
Yeah.
She's going to make this for me.
So this is a recipe you can try on our food website, trinitycooks.com.
I did whip a little egg just so that it will seal properly.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Because we don't want anything spilling out when we're frying it. And I took a fork and I pressed it down. Just to seal it. Make sure your oil is hot. And there we go. Now, Joel, because you have a drink in your hand.
Wow, that is pretty interesting.
Yep.
This turns quickly, Chef?
Yes.
Ooh, this
See?
fries quickly.
Pull them out.
Pull them out. Wow. So wow. Wow. Wow.
Look at that, Joe.
Wow.
Pull them out.
Wow.
Right.
That is.
Wow.
Now
That
we'll
was
take
more
it even a little further.
Because you're not satisfied with that.
Never. Can we? We don't do mediocre, do we? So we take a little icing and sugar.
Okay.
And you can dust it on some. But this one with the drizzle of the chocolate is for a special somebody who loves chocolate.
No, they here.
They here.
It's past their bedtime now. Past their bedtime.
Not for chocolate.
Past their bedtime.
Right? And we just...
What are we calling this?
Chocolate stuffed delight.
While Enrico is getting his chocolate stuffed delights going on, guys, we're taking a short break. We're rocking out with the Music Mansion tonight. This is Cup of Joe After Dark. Come on back. The fun, the food, not finished just yet. Don't go to sleep. Stay with us.
I'm gonna add some edamame just for color.
Edamame?
Edamame. Oh my God, I know
That's Eddie's mommy.
Eddie's mommy.
Solo Apple J, the champagne of soft drinks.
Proudly TNT is seeking to inspire the next generation of entrepreneurs, foster hope in the minds of our people, and build trust in the business community. Together, we are Proudly TNT.
We are back. Cup of Joe After Dark continues. You heard of this guy a short while ago on the show. His name is Kevin Soyer. He's our very first comedian inside After Dark. And Kevin, so glad to meet you. So glad to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
So yeah, these guys are yours.
Yeah. To use them.
Yeah. You have to use them.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about this first of all. How did this happen in your life?
Yeah, well, a couple years ago, I was diagnosed with a rare spinal illness called transverse myelitis. So it just came on really suddenly. There's no known cause or cure. So I was in hospital for a year and 3 months doing rehab, and I initially couldn't move anything except for my eyes.
Wow.
So yeah, so it was really traumatic and stuff like that. But since then, I made it my business to, as part of rehabilitation and stuff like that, and reintegration, just be a part of like things that I can do and make myself as useful as possible, because a lot of people helped me when I was at my lowest.
Yeah.
And I just want to be of use.
So you're saying about a year ago?
No. That's like almost 5 years now.
Oh, five years now.
Yeah.
So you were going about your life normally?
Yeah, I was fine. Yeah, I was a student. I was working.
And then...
And I just suddenly one morning woke up and I was just dropping every time I tried to get up. And then I found out what it was eventually at the hospital. And it was a long journey.
And you decided, Kevin, to turn this disability into your career?
Well, it's not really my career, but it's hard to ignore. It's part of it.
It's part of it.
I acknowledge it. I put the audience at ease with it. But the main thing was to come out and just try to use what I do have to do what I can. Some
of what you said, and I'm so glad that we call this segment Serious Talk, because while it's comedic and we can laugh at it, some of what you said is real life scenarios.
Yeah, but it's a good way to approach a lot of things. Like I approach things with humor, and it's really a survival tool in a sense. To approach things with humor, we're surrounded by so much seriousness. There's so much actual seriousness. It's good to get a little
drool sometimes.
Yeah, don't have to be that serious. Yeah.
Are you taking the comedy and the stand-up comedy? I think when I saw you on social media, you say you don't do stand-up comedy.
You sit down.
You do sit-down comedy.
People started to say it caught on, and I just
you went with it.
Yeah.
So important to laugh at ourselves.
Yeah.
So important to laugh.
So seriously.
No.
Yeah.
But are you taking it seriously though, in terms of doing stand-up / sit-down comedy?
Yeah. I take every opportunity I can. I've done this. I've done singing. I've done theater. I'm all over. Whether I'm rolling about, crutching about, whatever you find me. If there's a stage, I'll do it. The only big comedy show that I'm not a part of, Trinidad and Tobago politics. But apart from that,
you're not getting any politics.
No.
You're on the right show.
I can't compete with them jokers.
You're on the right show. You're on the right show. Kevin, thanks so much for being part of it. Thanks for being part of it. Kevin Soyer, guys, look out for him. He's doing his thing. He's on social media is where I met up with him and continue doing his thing. We're continuing. It's time to cook with the pros. And guess who is still eating?
Oh, yeah.
Our celebrity taster, Enrico. He has a belly full so far, but I told you to leave room. I told you to come hungry.
Yes, after that dream and that snack, I'm ready to go again.
So this is Chef Bianca Bianco. We did not make up a name. That is actually her name.
Lord.
Hello, Chef.
How are you, Enrico?
I am ready to eat.
¿Cómo está?
Estoy bien.
Oh,
¿Y usted?
Bien.
Sí.
Wow, nice. Very nice.
Yes.
Chef, what are you doing for us today?
I
I can't speak Espanol.
No speak Espanol.
No hablo.
Yeah. I have to speak Spanish sometimes. Yes.
Nuevo Pasta.
Nuevo
Cooking
Pasta.
with Pearls brought to you by Nuevo Pasta. It's a gluten-free pasta.
Yes, it's a rice pasta.
It's a
Rice-based pasta.
Nice. What are you doing?
So today I'm going to make some seafood and pasta.
I love
which is
seafood.
classic, very classic Italian style seafood pasta. Okay, so I had, I just brought a little bit of what I had in my kitchen. So I had some.
I'm seeing pimentos.
Very good.
Rico showing off now.
Yes, I know a little thing.
And what's this?
I think that's clams, right?
Very good. Hey, go to the top of the glass.
There we go. Yes, and of course you have your garlic.
Yes.
Anchovies.
Some small scallops.
Scallops, okay, good, yes. What's this piece?
Enrico, let Chef tell us what it is.
Yeah, what is that?
So,
It's like peas on steroids,
when you're cooking, especially when you're cooking locally and you have the international cuisine in your head, you just want to make add some local ingredients to whatever it is okay? One of my favorite things is seafood pasta, right? So I decided that something that's not going to take it too far off would be some pimentos. So that's the thing that's local that I'm adding, and some cayenne pepper.
Yes.
So my pan is actually very hot right now. So I'm going to start, right? You see, it's a lot wispier than I would have liked it to be. So I'm going to start with some garlic that I sliced really nice and thin.
You slice that garlic very thin, Chef.
No, it's not really my best work,
I can't get garlic
not my
sliced
best
that
work. So the fire here is really hot, turned down. So I'm gonna take it off the pan. That's why I'm taking it off because I don't want to get it burnt.
Burnt is already
exactly. So you're smelling that already?
Yes.
Right. Good.
Lovely.
So we're gonna
Love
start.
the smell of garlic.
I know, right? We're gonna start with the pimentos. Right? You're gonna start with the thing that's gonna take the longest. In this case, it's the pimentos. Because the onions I've already pre-cooked it. Okay?
Yes.
That's the only reason. Otherwise, I would have started with the onions. Okay?
Right.
So when you're cooking, you really always want to think of a little pinch of salt as you go along. Okay?
Seasoning layers.
Oh my God, he learned something! Yay! Yes. So season in layers so that you don't end up at the end of your whole cooking process, you don't end up with something that's over salted. Okay? So I'm gonna start with that. So when you start smelling the pimentos, you know it's time to move. I know. I love. So in the meantime, while you're just standing here looking pretty, I want you to do something else. So I'm gonna add some anchovies to the dish, right?
Good.
Because it's
good. Yeah.
Okay, all right, good. So I'm gonna make a paste out of it. All right, and so you're gonna do that with the tip of the knife, and then you're gonna go back and chop it a little bit for me. Okay, so I'm gonna let you do that.
Okay, good.
While I work on the other stuff. Okay. So now I'm gonna go ahead while you're working, and I'm gonna add the onions. I use red onions because that's what I had in my kitchen, but you can totally use white onions. Okay. And also the red onions are gonna add a little more color, to the dish. All right, so I'm ready for that. Look at him, he's going to tomboy. Yeah. Okay, so I want you to pick that up and let's get it in the pan.
Just scoop it up?
Yes.
All right.
Nice. So just...
Hey.
Okay, that was a little scary, okay?
Yes.
But let me go back and just take it off because I want all of it. So what the anchovy is going to do, it's going to give it a little roundness. It's going to give it depth that you're not otherwise going to get. Yeah. Okay?
Because anchovy is very salty, Chef.
Yeah, it's very salty. So I'm going to then start adding the clams and some tomato sauce. I usually make a whole big batch of tomato sauce when I'm making it, so I always have in my refrigerator, but whatever is your favorite one is totally fine, okay? Right. I'm gonna add another little pinch of salt, a little bit of pepper. Do you like fresh pepper or do you like this kind of?
I love fresh pepper.
Okay, so we're gonna add some of that because
I like pepper sauce.
I like that. So while this is going, we're gonna cover this. Oh,
Yes.
actually, hold up. We forgot one of the most important
What
things
is that?
right now.
What is that?
Guess what? It's this wine.
Oh.
So you can use any wine that you can drink, okay?
Lovely.
That is my advice to you when you're cooking with wine. Something that you could drink is always best.
What's that?
Don't
That's
use
a
anything
rosé?
that's like vinegar. It's a Pinot Grigio
This is- yes.
rosé, okay? So that's gonna come to a boil. We're gonna cover this, okay? I used some frozen clams because you know you can't. I've never seen fresh ones
Fresh
here.
ones, yes.
So you just use what you have.
Oh, yes, with the water boiling.
Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and put the pasta in.
Oh, yes.
It's gonna press down a little bit. Pan is a little short.
Which brand is this again?
This is
Nuvo pasta.
Nuvo pasta.
Yeah, so it's a gluten-free pasta. And I know many people now eating gluten-free and watching Chef.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
How they eat it, a gluten-free
Yes.
pasta.
Yeah.
B, your pasta is ready, Chef B.
Super ready.
Yeah.
Ready to go in.
Mhm.
Okay, so Enrique, you go ahead and tear that up.
Yes, Enrico.
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 Okay,
Enrico, you
I'm
like how
gonna
Chef B
add.
says your name.
However she says it, yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna put some fresh herbs in here,
Right.
and I'm gonna get the pasta in here. Okay.
Ooh, this pasta smells good. Just tear it in.
So I really like when I am making anything pasta with any kind of sauce. I really like the pasta to go from the pot straight into the sauce.
Oh.
I don't like this waiting, letting it dry out because the intent of pasta is that it's gonna get stuck onto the sauce. You know, the sauce is gonna get stuck onto it. Okay.
Makes sense. So we put it in the basil now?
Yeah. Actually,
Is
give
that-
me a little bit to put in here.
Yes.
I'm gonna add some edamame just for color.
Edamame?
Edamame. Oh my God! I
That's-
know
that's Eddie's mommy.
Eddie's mommy. I was now watching it. It looks like peas on steroids.
It's actually Japanese peas.
Yes.
That when you go to like a Japanese restaurant, every Japanese restaurant is gonna serve you
Oh,
edamame
right.
peas.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
it usually
saw that.
either comes in the pod with some salt on it,
Yes.
or shelled like that with some salt.
Oh, beautiful.
You ready to plate?
Yep.
Enrico?
And Enrico, I hope you can
Thank you,
handle
Miss
this.
Jenny.
Yes, you should do
This
have
is
a
a bit spicy here.
It's spicy.
It is spicy.
I am Enrico
Remember, I put-
Camejo, the guitar man.
I need a wipe up.
Wow.
And Enrico, you want to get a little bit of everything that's in the pot, okay, when you're plating. So I
Well,
want a little bit of everything. And I want to give you another one of these clams, just for the top.
that smells really good.
Gosh, Enrico, I hope that you like it.
I'm sure.
Rico, if you don't have room, I will finish it off for you.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Chef Bianca Bianco's seafood pasta, ladies and gentlemen. Enrico, tell us how it's tasting. Don't burn your mouth. Want to thank the folks at Nuvo Pasta for making it possible. Enrico had his fill today.
Oh God, Enrico, that looks really hot.
Our celebrity taster, Enrico. He's also the man behind the Music Mansion. When we come back, guys, we close things off right here on the show. Music Mansion will take us off as we conclude our very first episode of Cup of Joe After Dark. Come on back.
Live those moments with Hypermalt, a refreshing non-alcoholic malt beverage packed with proteins, minerals, and vitamins. Hypermalt, your moments.
What people do for money. What people do for money.
One rule: don't eat after midnight. Just about hitting the stroke of midnight, but I must get a little taste of Chef Bianca Bianco's seafood pasta. Scallops, clams, and squid. I want to thank Chef Bianca Bianco, the entire cast tonight, Chef Cheryl-Ann Shortt-Charles, Tyrone on drinks. We had the comedian gracing us with his presence, such an inspiration, Kevin Soyer. And we also, of course, heard from Myron B. What a wonderful night we had. And we're going to end things off tonight with the sound of our very first band inside Cup of Joe After Dark. It's Enrico Di Gittarman. He is happy like Papi. Full because he ate the entire show out. He's back on the guitars now as he closes things off here on A Cup of Joe After Dark.
We want to thank Cup of Joe After Dark with Mr. Joel Villafana for having us here tonight. And our music tonight is by The Music Mansion. On keys, we have Abiel. On drums, we have Vaughn. On bass, we have Karen. On guitar, well, I gotta slow down. On guitar, we have the maestro, the guy who glues this together. Mr. Enrico Di Gittarman Camejo. Dunno. And yours truly, Preston, for who don't know. Yeah. And right now we're gonna bless you all with my 2019 soca song. Yeah. Yeah. Hey! Jump, and we come to wave, and we come to wine, and misbehave, and have a time inside the wine. Then we take a wine, and we time to shine.